Back to the channel. Yes, a little 10-minute break here, setting up the second matchup out of 5 for tonight. This is we're gonna have two back-to-back League 2 matchups. This time versus between Team 300 and once again Team Eclipse. So yes, Eclipse are asking for some more warm-ups because their players just aren't here yet. We're waiting on a lot of them, presumably. Jonghwa and Jinga are the only one in the match right now. So Quentin is 1, Era is 2, Yonix is 3. And Quentin is 4. And Junga is... Okay, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. There you go. And I'm guessing Wall is on the side of Eclipse, so that was a much needed player there for them. Wind is still on the on Eclipse's side. Alright. And I finally have the chat open. Ooh, I got 6 people watching me. Already? You guys are awesome. We're still waiting for these players to join in properly. Warl is... he's out. He's gonna probably join back in. Jonghwa and Jinga are the only two right now that are definitely in. Ooh, that's a nice lag spike. And on the side of Team 300, Breshjan, Shumi Skins, Quentin, Mist, Stokine. Last time Stoke lost power, if anyone remembers that. That was not the best. Wind, I'm guessing, is also on Team 300 since he literally has that in his tag. But we will see. So we're going to start here with the 1v1 with the server reset. And with the Zengo, can you... oh my goodness, Zengo, what are you doing? Zengo! Oh, Zengo! Come on, man! I think Jonix is the one that's playing in. Quentin is the one that's going out. Yeah, so it's gonna be Jonghwa versus Jonix. I think it's Yonix. I'm not sure though. That's a risky finish. Good luck, have fun all the way around. As we go into this matchup here. There we go. And finally, the 1v1 is underway. It's a best of 7. Once again, every one of these matches are going to be best of 7. Jonix overtakes for the lead, but with that wider line, he needs to relegate back into second place. He takes a much more inside line, but he's got slower speed, so he might be a 10th ahead for now, but he's lost a little bit of time there. Back up into the lead is Jonghwa. Jonix trying to keep him at bay behind him, and that's a very good line by Jonix. And let's go on with Jonghwa trying to catch up. The wider line will not help him get more speed and catch up here. There's only 2 more checkpoints here. That was one of them. The last one is after this turn. It all matters in this jump. And Jonix with a 49.4. Not personal best, but it's a very good time for Jonix. And so round 1 out of a maximum of 13 has finished already. It's only a maximum of 13 though. We get a minimum of 7. And that's only if Jonix is able to sweep Jongwon. That would entail that he makes no mistakes. He almost made one there. He almost went way too wide to be able to survive that. But he manages to hold on. But Jongwon with a much better line. He got so much more speed. But Jonix, better lines once again after coming out of that. And we see Jongwon with a longer and more outer line here. He's got more speed, but it's not going to allow him to catch back up here. Only one more turn to go, and that's going to be a victory for Jonix. That could have happened to Jonix, but instead it happened to Jongwon. Ooh, that's heart attack material there. That last jump really is heart attack material. 2-0 for Jonix and Team 300. Jonix is in last year, starting up. He's in only 1/10 behind. He takes a wider line, giving him the time to be able to catch up here. He is still behind by about 1/10 though. Catching up somewhat. He loses time with those closer lines. Coming slower out of the exit of his turns. And he's going to hit the wall there. Let's look at Jongwon, because now it all matters on him. If he doesn't hit the wall whatsoever, he's going to cleanly win this round. All he needs to do is save. And that big mistake by Jonix there will allow Jongwon to win that one. And that's a PB for Jongwon on this server. Probably not his PB overall, as he probably saved a lot there. But Jonix does not get the clean sweep. The last time in the 1v1 between Eclipse Pulsar and Team Hot White, we saw a Brazil in the first round matchup here in the 1v1. Jonix makes a massive mistake, and he will pay for that by losing another round. Jongwon ties this back at 2 after 2 mistakes made by Jonix back to back. Jonix a little bit faster, but he is risking a lot more. And so you will notice that with time, if Jonix wants to win this, he's either going to need to ride perfectly and not make mistakes, or he'll really need Jongwon to make those mistakes. And well, Jongwon is not making those when he's not crashing into walls because he's not risking at all. Let's go over to Jonix here. Let's see his riskier lines. He is behind at the start here as he takes the wider line approach to take the more inside line afterwards. Outside line to take the inside line here, and he's going to overtake Jongwon because of that. Takes a more inside line. He doesn't get airtime, but he's really, really wide and barely makes it up to the ramp. He's a lot slower, and Jongwon catches up because of that. Let's look at Jongwon here, who is behind by 1/10.5. He takes a wide line approach. He's barely going to make it in on time. That is some very tight lines by Jongwon. Because of that, he loses slight advantage there. Both of them making mistakes so far, but Jongwon with the biggest one, and that will cause Jonix, as long as he gets this right, to win this round. With a 49.5, both of them do so, but the better 49.5 going the side of Jonix. Within 7/100ths of each other. This could have really gone either way. Jonix once again with the slower line at the start here. Does it allow him to get more speed? I don't think it does. It just allows Jongwon to take a better lead here. But Jonix with those better lines really overtaking Jongwon because of them. As he takes the lead here, he's about 1/10 ahead. Half a tenth ahead, I should say. With those better inside lines, 1/10 ahead. Now let's go back here with Jongwon. Jonix with the lead of 1/10. He's getting some slight advantages at every checkpoint here. Now 2/10 ahead of his competitor. And as long as he gets this turn right and this jump, yes he does. And into the finish he goes with a 49.444. Zhangwa's 49.664 is no match. Zhangwa and Jonix together here, doing very well together. Zhangwa, though, has a much better line. Let's go with Jonix here, who might overtake here, but he gets the wider line, and because of that, he's behind by over a 10th now. Slower than Zhangwa on this uphill will make him lose another half-tenth, but the inside line will make him gain him back that half-tenth that he lost. Back to within 1/10 of his competitor now. In fact, he's half a tenth ahead, behind I should say, and he hits the wall there. Trying to risk, trying to really go for it. Zhangwa does not hit the wall, and Jonix behind by a whole second now. Zhangwa slightly high, he almost gets a heart attack there, but a 49.4 is more than enough to win this round. We were tied for a little bit there, but that's the first mistake by Zhangwa, and Jonix better not throw this one away. All he needs to do is save. His competitor is 7/10 behind him. So all he needs to do now is to not crash out. Let's look at it from Zhangwa's perspective here. We see Jonix ahead by 6.5 tenths. If he hits the wall or needs to reset, we will see it perfectly from this vantage point. As Zhangwa hits the wall again, and now he's gone a little too far away. Let's keep up with Jonix here, the leader of this race. All he needs to do is keep it safe. Meanwhile, Zhangwa needs to risk, but risking will not be enough here. Jonix just needs that last jump. And the 49.7 normally would not be enough to win him the rounds, but is enough in this case because of the crashes. Zhangwa versus Jonix now, and Jonix is ahead 5-3 in the standings. Zhangwa needs to win the next 4 out of 5 matches at minimum to win this heat, to win the 1v1, but Jonix will not make it easy for him. He's risking a lot, hitting some penalty grass now, and he's behind by 2/10, but Jonix knows where to risk in the middle sector here. Zhangwa going over the bump, losing a 10th. But regains it with some excellent driving. Jonix now taking inside line after inside line. Still 2/10 behind as he's gonna hit the wall there. Zhangwa, let's watch him go into the finish here. No mistakes made, and it's 5-4 for Jonix. Zhangwa with a 49.3. That's a very respectable time. The best one of the series so far. Jonix, not only could he not keep up, but he also crashed out. More speed. No, Jonix hits the wall there. And going back up the uphill is not going to help him when you gotta slow down. Behind by a 1.5 seconds. It's all depends on what Zhangwa does here. Behind by 1.3 seconds is Jonix, and he really just needs his competitor to make a massive mistake, but saving is not massive mistake. It's all in the game. Jonix is behind by 1 whole second here, but there's 1 second save here by Zhangwa. I say 1 second. He's gone and done a 49.6, but Jonix keeping track, but a second behind will not be enough. And we're tied at 5. It's a best 2 out of 3 here now. And it all depends on if Jonix hits the wall or not. Jonix is the quicker driver, but he hits the wall more often. He's risking so much more. Jongwon has not risked as much, and as such, he's only made one massive mistake. So Jonix, in the back end here, he's going to need to catch up with some more risking, and he knows it too. Jonix taking the more inside line, will catch up a bit, down from 3/10. He is really going to need to bring something out of a hat here, some magic trick to be able to get back into this. He's not fast enough. He's 2.5 tenths behind, and Jongwon will not miss the finish. That's 3 rounds in a row for Jongwon, and Jonix needs 2 in a row here to win. Very nice round, especially with that 49-2 from Jongwon. I said that he was the slower between the two. How wrong I am there. Jongwon showing me that he's got the speed. I shouldn't diss on the guy, but Jonix has some epic lines, really. And Jongwon saving a little bit too much. Well, in that round, he didn't save whatsoever. They're neck and neck here, separated by less than a tenth. It all depends on the lines taken by Jongwon here. Will he risk? Will he go for save lines? Jonix is 1/10.5 behind. Needs the better, more inside lines. He's going to find them. And arrives earlier on the scene. He's 5/10 behind. Oh my goodness! Jonix with an amazing line! At the end there will overtake Jongwon. What a great round! Down by 2/10. Comes back. Oh my goodness, and they're only separated by 7 1/1000ths of a second. Let's see, keep up with Jonix here. This is the last round. We are tied at 6, ladies and gentlemen. Whoever wins this heat will win this series, this 1v1 between the two teams. Jongwon in behind Jonix, overtakes him with a better line. Jonix likes being in behind here at this stage of the race, but Jongwon with a much better line, and Jonix is behind by 2/10. He will probably not come in here. Behind by 4/10 now. Jongwon, let's watch it from his perspective. An amazing line by him as he comes in for the last corner. The jump is perfect. A 49-4. He wins the round. GG's all around. And he comes back by winning 4 out of the last 5 rounds to win the heat, to win the series, to win the 1v1. GG's. On to the 3v3s now. I'm expecting some lag. There was the massive lag spike. I was talking about lag. There it is. Oh my computer here. Give me a second. I'll try to figure this one out. Yeah, it's really just Trackmania, jeez. It's taking up so much bandwidth. It's just absolutely killing my computer. Whew. For the 3v3, I guess we're gonna see Arashumi Skins and Quentin come in here. And for Eclipse, we might see Oclaf. I wonder who else. I wonder who else. It's gonna be Warl. And there's someone else. Bulgork. Is it Bulgork, Oklaf, and Warl? It might just be. And on the side of 300, I don't think Mist will be playing. It's going to be Era, Shumiskins, and Quentin, it seems. Whew. If that happens during a match. Poor Era. We didn't see that in the 1v1. We only saw one jumping mistake in the 1v1. As they keep on playing, I'm going to send the VOD to the other team, to the League 4 team who played today. There we go. I'm just gonna do that while we wait for this to start. Copy the link. There we go. There we go. And this is still warm-ups for now, so enjoy the warm-ups, the runs made by Era there, as I send over these messages to Team Eclipse and Team Hot. I'm going to drink a little bit of water as we wait for these warm-ups to end here. The 3v3 will start very shortly. Yes, once again, it is the same map. So the 1v1 and 3v3 takes place on the same map, and then the 4v4 takes place on another map. That's a lot of lag. That's a lot of just getting stuck in the wall. And are we live? I think we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are. And this is the start of the 3v3. Let's go back here with Mist, as Era and Quentin are in the lead there. Let's look on here with Oklaf, who is in third, with Bulgork in right behind him as he hits the wall. Wall is now in fourth place, but Era and Quentin first and second, they both hit the wall. Quentin and Oklaf and Wall hit the wall. And so Era is in a league of his own right now. All he needs to do is not die. Quentin stays ahead. Wall hits the wall. And that's going to be GG's, I think. Era, he's going to come in. He's going to finish the round with Quentin in second. That's an instant win for Team 300 as they win the first heat. The first heat goes the way of Team 300. And that is sick. You'll love to see that if you're Team 300. After that 1v1, that was so close. The 13-round 1v1. You'll love to see that. Bulgork is in last right now, with Wall and Oklaf right ahead of him. It's a 1-3-4 right now for Team 300. As Bulgork hits the wall. Let's keep it from Mist's perspective, he is in 4th place, trying to overtake his teammates here. Quentin and Era, who have the same speed, while trying to be in the lead there. Meanwhile, Mist trying to get into the top 3 to be able to make a 1-2-3 sweep here for Team 300, but it's going to be a 1-2. No, it's not! Mist is going to come in 3rd, Quentin in 4th, but it's still going to be a win for Team 300. Era wins it, but Quentin with that mistake. Let's keep it up here with Quentin, who is currently in last place. Overtakes 1, 2, 3, but he takes the wider line and gives them back that lead. Mist is in the back here with Quentin. They are having some issues here. Era is by far in the lead right now. Wall and Oklaf trying to overtake him, but that won't happen right away. Oklaf takes a wider line, needs to slow down because of it, and it's a 1-2-3 sweep right now for Team 300. Let's go with Bulgork, who's in 5th place. Overtakes Wall. Oklaf is in last place right now. Everyone's separated by 3/10 in the top 4 as Era, Quentin, and Mist go into the finish here. They won't mess up! But you know who does? It's Bulgork who does mess up. And it's going to be a clean sweep for Team 300, and it's 3-0. Quentin hits the wall there, and Era does as well. That leaves this completely wide open for Mist. As long as he can win this one, he gives his team a chance. But Wall and Bulgork and Oklaf are right on his tail. Wall, he makes a mistake. He's behind Era now. Let's go over to Era, who is in 4th place. Quentin goes up to 5th now as well. And Oklaf falls back behind Era. It's all between Mist and Bulgork here. Mist stays ahead of Bulgork. And as we go around for the turn, anyone make a mistake? No one makes a mistake! Bulgork still comes into the finish, almost messing it up, but Era comes in 3rd. Oklaf in 4th. Wait, is this still a win? It is. It is still a win for Team 300, and it's 4-0 for them. Quentin takes the lead from Oklaf. Let's go back here with Era, who's completely dead. So let's go with Mist, who overtakes everyone there with that one turn. Oklaf is in 4th. Bulgork in 2nd, with Mist in 3rd. Let's look at it from Wall's perspective. He is in 5th. Oklaf hits the wall. So does Wall. So let's go on back with Quentin, I guess, who is in 3rd behind Mist and Bulgork. Bulgork has hit the finish a few times here. He's going to need a clean run and to finish cleanly here. Can he do so? Yes, he will. He hits the checkpoint, but he's still going to finish in with a 49.4. But Quentin and Mist comes in 2nd and 3rd, and with Era coming in 5th, that's a win for Team 300. This might be the quickest 3v3 I've seen after that close 1v1. This 3v3 definitely going the way of Team 300. The mistakes from Eclipse from Eclipse Solar. Is it Eclipse Solar? It is Eclipse Solar. What am I talking about? Of course it's Eclipse Solar. It's Eclipse Stellar. Oh man, I'm baked right now. I don't know what I'm talking about. Era and Mist are 1 and 2. If they hold on to this 1 and 2, they will win this heat no matter what happens behind them. But speaking of behind them, that is Bulgork hitting the wall, and that is Team 300 on the brink of sweeping. Mist and Era with some amazing times, especially Era with a 49-0. O'Clough and Wall in 3rd and 4th, but it's not going to be enough to win that heat. And it's 6-0 for Team 300. Let's look at this. Wall, he's not started. And so it's a 3v2 here. What's happened here? What's happened here? I think we got a mistake. I think we got a mistake here. We'll end round in time. Okay. There you go. And there we go. Sorry about that confusion. Wall just didn't start. It seemed like he had an issue. Just like Quentin there. He's hit the wall. And that seems like a major lag spike. Era, he's in the lead. Mist is in 2nd. And it seems like a 2v2 right now. But Era and Mist. And a disconnect for Quentin. And so Wall. Oh my goodness. I thought this was going to be a sweep, but yeah, Eclipse are just going to give that 7-0 over to Team 300 then. Mist is going to finish 7-0 for Team 300. And it's tied at 1 in the series. Anticlimactic finish for sure, but that is a victory and they'll take it nonetheless. We're going to go to the 4v4 on the different map. It's going to lag once again, ladies and gentlemen. Don't mind it. We'll be back in just a little bit here. There we go. Alright, a lot of lag as you saw there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to try and fix that for the next series, but right now, we're on for the 4v4. I mean, if it separates the 1v1, the 3v3, and the 4v4, I'll be fine with it, but I hope this is the same stream, honestly. Yes, there is a lot of lag. That will happen because of the change. I think there's just too much cache on my side, so we'll see. But this 4v4 will take place on the same map, the runaway map, by Clem. People joining in, making the server. Man, it's lagging me to high hell. I am absolutely dying here and I don't know why. Alright, this is warm up. Let me show you someone who's actually working here. Stokine will finally get his first race on the stream here, I think. Brechjean will as well. Who else will be playing here? we might see Shumi Skins play. So this will be Stoke, Shumi Skins, Brescia, and someone else. I imagine it's going to be Era. Or Mist. No, Mist played already. Anyway, Legends, Ice Legends, is going on Eclipse's side, as well as Zhonghua. Loic and Alexi, I don't know if they're going to be racing. Probably not. But we will see in just a few short minutes' time. Whoa, Shumi Skins. Getting some lag. So a few more warm-ups for these guys on this new map. It seems like it's going to be Shumi Skins, Stokine, Brescia, and Era for Team 300. Loic, Ice Legends, Bulgork, and Jinga for Team Eclipse. It's a nice overall. Trying to go for the skip there, I think. Whatever goats your float, I guess. Alright, few more warm-ups here, ladies and gentlemen, as these guys keep going around Clem's map. And we will see what happens for this final round here. This 4v4. Alright. I'm just taking some drinks of water here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't often get time to drink some water. And with all these warm-up rounds, it allows me to do so. Because my voice can get hoarse. We got 3 more matches after this. I got to do this for 3 more hours. So, yeah, I mean, I need to stay hydrated, ladies and gentlemen. And so, one more warm-up after this one. And then we'll get going for the 4v4. I wonder what team Brescia likes. I mean, that is the Rich Energy Haas car. It's a beautiful car, actually. It's a beautiful remake. That's Stokine, that's Jinga. Jinga, pretty nice skin. I like it. Fatal Cup. That's Kappa, I do believe. That's Kappa's skin. Loic also having his own skin there. Ooh, nice lighting up there. Just looking at the skins as we warm up here, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone seems to have the same skin over at 300, though. Except for Brescia, obviously. Alright, there you go. A proper reset here. We might get a warm-up. Probably not. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Off with the start here. And all 8 players starting off strong. We're going to be with Era in the mid-pack of the field. Ice Legends is in first. Shumi in second. Bulgork in fourth. Let's look at Brescia, who's fallen down to 5th place. Loic trying to get past him, and he does. Brescia falls to 5th, now to 6th here, as Bulgork gets past him as well. In first place is Shumi Skins, though, as he's content with his risky lines. Let's look over to Loic, who's made his way up to 3rd place there. Era and him are fighting for that 2nd place. Bulgork and Ice Legends fighting for the spots afterwards. Shumi Skins and Era doing their best to keep up. Brescia with a nice line. He gets himself all the way up into 4th place. And who got there? Shumi Skins wins it for Team 300. Loic and Ice Legends for Eclipse, Brescia, and Era. Afterwards, Bulgork, Jenga. So I think this is a tie. I think this is a draw. It is a draw. My quick maths are correct, ladies and gentlemen. And the first round is a write-off draw. When it's too close like that to call, normally I'm just going to call it a draw. Because there's a maximum of 36 points that can be had by all of these teams here. And, well, 36 can be divided by 2, unlike 21, which is when there's the 3v3. The 4v4 has 36 total points. Ice Legends is in first, but behind him are 3 hungry. Well, there was 4, but there's 3 hungry Team 300 players. Shumi Skins tries to get ahead of Ice Legends. Ice Legend is going to win it. No, he's not! He gets sniped by Era and Shumi Skins. Stoke also gets into 4th place. They're only separated by half a tenth. And that's a beautiful victory there for Team 300. Jonix giving his team some props. Let's keep up with the Haskar of Brescia here. Should I say Grosjean? Whichever floats the boat, I guess. He's up into 6th place after 2 crashes there. Loic also gets overtaken. And Ice Legend as well as Loic are the only 2 left within this little group here in the front. We're going to keep up with Brescia as Loic and Ice Legends do their best to keep in the top 3 there. But with Brescia, Era, and Shumi Skins right on their tail. Era goes into 1st place. Stoke stays in 5th place as... Oh no, there was a big mistake there. And Loic is the last one of Eclipse Stellar in 1st. But there's a big mistake as well from Team 300. But 2nd, 3rd, and 4th comes in for them. Era in 7th as well. That's a victory for them. Big victory for them. It's 2-0 for Team 300. Stoke is in the lead right now, but the bottom 4 is made up of Eclipse players. The bottom 3 is now made of Eclipse players, as Loic doing his best to try and get into the mid-pack there. So is Ice Legends, but Stoke keeping his 5th place right now. As Jenga hits the wall there, let's go on with Stoke here, who is in 6th, overtakes Loic. And Ice Legend, the only one left in this gaggle of cars. It's just a bunch of Team 300s. And Ice Legend trying to break up the 300 teams there. But he's not going to pick up anything of value. 3rd place is not going to be enough. 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 5th for Team 300. And they're up by 3 to go by 3-0. Let's go on here with Bulgork. As we see, I think that was Shumiskins hitting the wall, and he will lose out on a lot of points there. Bulgork in 7th now. He's far away from the pack, but he's catching up. He's caught up to Jenga. And Brescia, well, he's lost a lot of time as well as Stoke. Everyone is in that little midfield punch there. Everyone's within 2.5 tenths there in the first top 5. Bulgork within 4 tenths now. Brescia loses touch to the top 5, and it becomes a top 4. It's a fight for those top positions now. Stoke and Era trying their best, and yes, they will make it, but Bulgork gets 3rd. Era gets 4th. 1st, 3rd, 7th, and 9th. That's gonna be a tie. That's a tie, right? That is a tie. No, it's not. That's a win for Team Red. I thought that was a tie. 8 plus 5 plus 1 plus 3. Yeah, that should have... No, that's not a tie. What am I talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. 16 is not 18. That's a win for Team Eclipse. The Eclipse Stellar Team. Oh no, Eclipse are behind now. Let's go on with Brescia, who is in 4th for his team, but in 3rd. When you look at it, the Eclipse team right now, 4th now as he overtakes the 4 Eclipse members. 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're going for the clean sweep. If Brescia can hold on to this position and the other 3 don't crash out. Stokine making a small mistake. Bulgork trying to upgrade himself in position, but not gonna happen. The clean sweep for Team 300, and that's gonna be 4-2 for them. 4-1 for them, my bad, not 4-2. And Eclipse, they're going to need a very, very big miracle here to come back. The 1v1 was tight, the 3v3 was anything but, and now the 4v4 is going the same way. Ice Legends and his team are going to need to pull something out of the bag here, but it's a 2v2 race right now. Ice Legends and Loic trying to fight with Shumiskins and Era, and it's now it's now Era and Brescia, but Bulgork puts himself in that fight as well. It's a top 5 fight where everyone is only separated by 4 tenths. Brescia and Era are fighting up there with Ice Legend. Stokine pushing himself into 3rd place, as there's a mistake there by not Bulgork, but Ice Legends. Bulgork also with the mistake. That's an instant win for Team 300. It's 5-1. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the 7th heat is here. 5-1 for Team 300. And it seems like they're going to continue on with their dominance here as one other player hits the wall. But it's not this time a Team Eclipse player. Legends and Loic, 1st and 2nd. Jenga is in 6th, and they're trying so hard. It's switching back and forth, back and forth. Era and Stoke are in 3rd and 4th, with Bulgork in 5th and Jenga in 6th. Brescia is very far behind, and this round is going to go to Eclipse unless a massive mistake happens there. Let's watch it from Jenga's perspective as he's in 5th. Anyone making any mistakes? Stokine and Era take up 2nd and 3rd. Bulgork in 4th. Jenga in 5th. Brescia, Ice Legends. Oh my goodness, if Shumi could have gotten 7th. That would have been a round that would have been tied. Instead, it's a round win. And it's going to go the way of Eclipse. With the massive mistake at the start for Eclipse, You shouldn't have expected anything else. There we go. Let's go with Jinga once again. Jinga having some issues. He's really not as fast as his competitors or his teammates here. Bulgork, Ice Legends are up there, but Loic is lost, I do believe. Do I see him there? No, yes, Loic is there. My bad. As someone that hits the post there, and it's not one of the Team Eclipse members. In fact, the Team Eclipse team are up in the top 6. And the last 2 players, I think that's Shumiskins, and that's another mistake by Team 300. It's not going to be a clean sweep as Brescia ruins the clean sweep, but Stoke comes in 6 and no one can finish otherwise. Shumiskins barely misses. He makes it in for 7th place, but Era doesn't finish anyways, and it wouldn't even matter. 5-3. Era is in the lead. Brescia and Shumi in 5th and 6th. Jinga in 7th. He finds himself often back here. Bulgork in 6th. And Loic hits the wall. So does Bulgork. It's a clean sweep right now of the top positions. But as I say that, Jinga moves up into 4th with that wall hit. 1, 2, and 3 is still going to be enough for Team 300 here. As... oh no, Brescia. Ice Legends. He's in 4th with Brescia in 5th. 1, 2, and 3. Era, Shumiskins, and Stoke. And that's... oh no, the hit from Ice Legends is going to allow the clean sweep for Team 300 once again. And it's 6-3. And we go on to possibly the final round of this matchup. Possibly, unless Team Eclipse Stellar can come in and win 4 rounds in a row here. Shumiskins and Stoke are in the lead. Loic trying to ruin them up here. No one's hit the wall, and Jinga is still in 7th here. The fight for first place is tough. Loic and Bulgork fighting tooth and nail with the 4 Team 300 players. Well, I say that, the Team 300 players now. Bulgork hits the wall, and now it's all up to Loic. He needs to come in first place. Can Loic do so? He's fighting for it. No, he doesn't. He hits the wall. He comes in 4th. The risk almost pays off, but that's a win for Team 300, and they're going to win the series. That is a massive GG's to them, and a massive win for Team 300. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it here for the Team 300 versus Team Eclipse Stellar. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back here in a few short minutes with the next Team 300 game. But for now, we're just going to take a small